We first updated you yesterday about the so-called streetcar divorce. City Council voted this week to make it the city's responsibility to directly oversee streetcar operations. Through the end of December, the Southwest Ohio Regional Transit Authority will continue to oversee the Cincinnati Bell Connector, but then on January 1st, they'll hand over the keys to the city. Supporters of the plan hope it will help SORTA make a stronger case next year to pass a new sales tax for bus service. So what does the streetcar have to do with a new bus tax? Not on your side. Transportation reporter Pat LaFleur is here to help us break down what this divorce means and why it could impact Cincinnati Metro. First, Pat, thank you for being here.
Sure.
And would you mind explaining the logistics of all this? Exactly what is the role the city is now going to play in the streetcar?
Sure. So initially there have been three players in this whole scenario. The city owned the streetcar. A third-party firm called TransDev operated the streetcar. They managed all of the everyday operations. And then SORTA, the transit authority, oversaw TransDev and their operations day to day. So what the city is going to be taking over is SORTA's role in that is they're going to be the direct contact with TransDev, this firm, and TransDev will communicate with them with any issues. They won't have to go through SORTA to then communicate with the city what needs they have, what problems they're experiencing. So it's meant to kind of streamline the process.
So we're trying to connect the dots here. What does this have to do with Metro getting a bus tax?
Right. So when we talk about Metro, the Transit Authority also owns Cincinnati Metro, the bus system, of course.
Sure.
And so the fact that SORTA has been involved with streetcar operations leads some to worry that any sort of sales tax revenue that might go toward SORTA, the owner of Metro, could then somehow be funneled into streetcar operations. So some in charge, both the city and the transit authority, just kind of want to remove that confusion altogether and make sure that people understand that any sales tax revenue that were to go towards SORTA would only go toward bus service and not go toward the streetcar.
Okay. Does anybody think this is not a good idea? We've heard so much related to the streetcar and that it's not getting enough ridership, that it's not, there have been a lot of critics. So do people think that this is not a good idea? Well,
you're always going to have opposition to a sales tax proposal. So let's kind of put that over to the side for a second and just talk about the logistics. So the transition of streetcar operation oversight from SORTA to the city, it'll cost the city about $550,000 just as far as working through legal issues, working through Federal Transit Administration grant proposals and agreements. So there's a lot of logistical work that needs to be done and hiring safety officers, making sure that people at the city know how to manage these federal transit grants. The city has never been a transit agency before and they're about to become one. So that sort of work takes money. But then on top of that, there are others who believe that the transit authority should be the one who's running this transit system. So there's still some question, but the fact that this vote has already gone through, it's kind of a done deal at this point.
All right, but we know that you will be following it and how it manifests.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
Pat LaFleur, as always, thank you for being here.
Thank you.